Hi everyone, it's Tasha. Welcome back to my channel. Well, hello and welcome to today's video. We are diving right into a stairway makeover, and we in our home had this very late 80s style builder grade staircase with this kind of caramel toned orange oak going up and the old school style newel post to work with. We are going to be not only painting them on both the treads and the risers, but also giving a fresh coat of paint to the balusters. We're going to be replacing this newel post in the front and dealing with the railings as well. And then we're also going to be installing a runner. I think that it's going to go well. We'll see how easy it goes. But it's really beautiful. I'll show you a shot of the runner here that I'm going to be using. I've bought several of these. They're very affordable from Amazon to be enough footage that will go up my staircase. I needed to have 4. And so these again were very affordable from Amazon. I will link them in case anyone is interested, but these were 6 feet each. And so I needed 4 of those for my staircase. The first thing that I wanted to do was just lay them all out flat since they did come folded and just give them some time to relax. If you've been here, you've seen our cat Curry. He loves to lay on or smell anything new that comes into the house. So the first thing that I'm doing for the stairs while those are just relaxing for a day or two is I'm wiping down the stairs with a wet paper towel just to get off any dust, because we did go ahead and sand the tops of these stairs to prepare them for some paint. And I'm also using my vacuum here just to find any dust. I did one section at a time so that we would have room to walk up on the other side. Even just at a quick glance, and I'm not even done priming yet, it already looks better to me without those dark kind of orangey stairs going up. So I'm so excited to see what this looks like once it's finished with the brand new beautiful runner. I went in with a coat of primer on the front and top of each stair, and then also I went in with a coat of Pure White by Sherwin-Williams as a top coat in a semi-gloss. Pure White is the color of our walls and a lot of our home. And this color is called Shiitake. This is the color that I've chosen to paint the treads or the top section of the stairs. This will go nicely with the flooring that we've just installed downstairs and that we're about to install upstairs as well. It's not exactly the same color, but it's very similar in tone. And so I felt like this was a very easy way to give the stairs a seamless look with the flooring without actually sanding them all the way down and restaining or anything that would be a little bit more time consuming, especially with a rounded lip on these stairs. That would be kind of tricky for me to sand them all the way, so this was a nice solution. So after a couple of days, unfortunately these runners still had some creases, but that was okay. I just broke out my trusty little handheld steamer. I used this a lot and this worked great to just kind of hold and go slowly over the creases. Did have to go slowly and just kind of shake them, give them a little tug as I did so, and that eventually worked the creases right out, and then I was able to start. Then I was ready to make my marks for where I wanted to install the runner. So I just subtracted the runner width from my stair width, which in this case was exactly 3 feet, came up with an 8.5 inch difference, and divided that by 2 to know how far from each side the runner should be placed. I made marks at that point on one side and made a straight pencil line down so that I would know exactly where to place the runner as I worked up one stair at a time. Before I started, I made sure I had some carpet tape on hand as well as an electric stapler, which I was going to use to install this runner. I also, of course, got some staples, and I was advised to use 9/16 staples for this sort of job, so that's what I got. I found out pretty quickly that this electric staple gun is super easy to use and load, and so I was pretty much ready to go. Now, I have not done this before, and so the footage you see is of me doing this for the very first time ever, and so I'm going kind of slow and just lining things up. I'm definitely not a professional, but this is how I did this. I lined it up right above the piece of quarter round to start off at the bottom, and then you want to put some staples up under the lip of each stair as well as in the back bottom crevice. I'm using this handy tool also, this little heavy carpet pusher thing, and I'm pushing it really flat as I go. I kind of got the hang more as I went along, but just using that to really push it very tightly and flatly into that crease at the back, and then using the staple gun and giving it a good amount of staples right into that back crevice. While the process did take some time because you have to work fairly slowly up one stair at a time, and we of course have 13 stairs in our house, it took a minute, but at the same time it was pretty straightforward, and I definitely recommend if you're going to be doing this to do the pencil marks like I did so you can feel confident you're in the right spot for each stair and not feel like you're going off course. So it occurred to me that I did not share with you in the footage that I got of installing this what I did when I transitioned from one rug to the other, and that's because I was in a rush and I got in the zone and I kind of just forgot. But so when the first runner ran out, it ran out kind of right here, and this obviously would not be a good place to transition to the next one. So what I did whenever that happened was whenever it wouldn't go up to the next lip, I would cut it right under the previous lip right here. So I used my carpet cutter, which I can link, and I pushed it up against this lip, this hangover, and I cut it like this. And that's when I use my carpet tape, a strip right here on this riser underneath, to press this up, hold it nice and tight. I did put a few staples as well, but then this lip would be where I would start the next runner, coming from here, just continuing. And that way you won't see any transitions. And this is what it looked like once I was done installing that runner. I was super happy with it and proud of myself for giving it a shot. As a novice, my first time, this took me, I think, about 3 hours to install, doing it by myself, and I was admittedly going really slow and carefully, but I was super happy with how it turned out. I think that this grid pattern is chic and trendy, but also very timeless, which was important to me, and I also love that it has a little bit of preppiness to it. So now we are waiting on the new newel post that I ordered to come in. But in the meantime, I want to go ahead and turn my attention to this gallery wall. I've been wanting to kind of update this for a while. I'm thinking I want to just make it a little bit lighter because a lot of those frames are pretty chunky. And also I'm wondering if I want to switch it up to something a little more symmetrical rather than this kind of scattered gallery wall style. So I'm gonna just start all over basically and remove these and then go shopping for some new frames. I'm thinking the best place, because I don't think I'm gonna find enough matching at the thrift store, let's just be honest, is probably Home Goods. So I did check out Home Goods. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough of any frame that I liked for me to use, so I hit up several other stores, including At Home, which if you haven't been in one, they are huge and they have tons and tons of home decor, including frames. I found lots of them that I liked there, but unfortunately, my luck just wasn't with me. I couldn't find any that actually had enough that I needed, so I kept looking and ended up getting these frames from Target. To start off with, I just got 6, but I'm already thinking I'm probably going to add some more. But I really like this turned wood style, and I think that this will age well because turned wood is always in style. However, I wanted to give them a little update because I'm not crazy about the super light wood. Something about the combination of the bobbin style with the very light wood felt a little too trendy to me, and so I went in with some antiquing wax just to make them a little darker, and I liked how that looked. Unfortunately, with this particular frame, the glass doesn't come all the way out. It's actually kind of glued around the frame, and so it was a little time consuming to go in with the wax, but I went ahead and did that anyway. I thought that it would make a big difference. I just decided to use the paper backings from each frame to kind of give myself a layout of how I thought I wanted to hang these up. Also, I got 2 of these sconce lights from Amazon. I love them so much. They're hardwired, but I'm just going to be installing them and using a rechargeable light so that I don't have to deal with actually hardwiring anything. This is the pattern that I came up with when I had everything all hung and sort of in place, although, like I said, I am going to add some more frames a little bit later on. So now I was ready to start hanging them actually up. I went ahead and started with the far right light, hung that up, and then kept going with my frames. Now here are the rechargeable lights that I was talking about. I love these because you can easily turn them on and off with a remote. You can change the light temperature, you can change the brightness, you can set them for a timer to stay on for just a certain amount of time. So I really love these for a hallway. I think that they're very beautiful. They have a nice vintage feel to them, but are so easy to install and also fairly affordable on Amazon as well. I did take the frames back down and go back over them with another coat of antiquing wax because I didn't feel like they were quite dark enough, but after that second coat, I really love them. And now everything is coming together. You can see the brand new newel post that my husband installed for me, just a more sleek, modern, straight one rather than that curvy 80s one. And I also went in with my hand railings with a little bit of watered down paint in the color Urbane Bronze. You may remember from when I redid this table in our dining room, but I just went in and kind of did a dark paint wash over top of those orangey handrails, and it did wonders to tone those down. That way it was great because I didn't have to deal with any sort of stain, which has a very high odor in the home, and I didn't really want to do that somewhere where I couldn't air it out very well. This was so easy. It took me literally 10 minutes to just rub this on, and it immediately took out a lot of those orange tones and got me a lot closer to the just dark neutral wood that I was looking for this style. It matches really well now with those bobbin frames that I did. I love the brand new white clean wooden newel post, and I also love the runner. I think that this came together really well. And I love that this was also DIY friendly and easy for us to take care of ourselves. So here's a little reminder of the before with the very 80s, very standard orangey oak staircase, and here it is after we are finished with everything: the new newel post, the touch-up paint, the new painted stairs, the runner, and also the new gallery wall and the lights installed. I think that this is so much more airy and fresh, and it really does just transition a lot better with our home. We're just plugging away on things a little bit at a time, and I'm having lots of fun doing it, so I really hope that you enjoyed following along with this one with me. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. I certainly enjoyed making it for you. So if you did, please hit the like button and leave me a comment letting me know what you did enjoy. I hope that everyone listening has a fantastic week, and I'll see you at the next video.